That's a big faux pas.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yo, you tried to throw shit at Hassan and you caught the dagger to the
My
forehead.
god!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the heart of Japan. We are in Tokyo. This is the Fear and Podcast, and we are joined by one of our favorite people, Connor Dog, Virginia.
Connor Dog's
Hassan
got like an 8-time medal at this point, like return.
Yeah.
He is an 8-time return champion.
Like
You've
full?
done so much.
You might be
I don't know if I've been on any episodes that you've been on.
You're like the John.
No, you have no, you haven't. No.
It's
Why are
because-
you avoiding me?
No,
I don't know.
it's because
Austin doesn't really do the pod that often.
and
Right. What are you
also
talking
Connor
about?
is
I've been in more episodes than
homophobic.
you have.
Connor is
I'm not
homophobic.
You're
That's
homophobic?
the- yeah.
I'm not homophobic.
You know,
I'm not.
I am
Don't
okay
touch him.
with.
Don't touch him.
Oh.
He'll leave. He will leave.
What?
No.
No, what are you talking about? We went to gay bars together.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of homophobic people that go to gay bars.
Yeah, me.
No, is that
I'm
really?
one of them.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why?
I go
Wait,
there
Is it like
to
like
learn
study
the ways.
enemy? Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
I go there to learn the ways of the homosexual, and I like
Like it's
to
kung
learn about
fu.
it internationally.
yeah, that's the worst kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Ways of the
You learn the
homosexual.
ways of the homosexual.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
in the natural
Okay.
habitat.
You kind of look like a homosexual.
Thank you. That's a very kind
All right,
compliment.
before we blast off, let's vortex. Let's take a breath. We're in Japan. Let's be more zen about this.
Yes.
I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Yes, we are very much
Good.
enjoying it, and thank you for being a lovely host as always, and welcoming us and showing us around.
Yeah, no, that was so sick this time when you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you guys are coming to Japan. Like, let's hang
Yeah.
out, please."
Yeah, and you
No.
invited me on Trash Taste.
Yeah, none of that happened.
No. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That's
Okay,
crazy.
well, look, you guys. Okay, you did mention you were coming to Japan.
Yeah,
but
weeks ago.
I don't recall the dates
Weeks and
being
months ago.
mentioned.
You know what? I'm going to defend you
the
here,
exact
Connor.
dates being thrown around.
He's homophobic.
We're
remember that.
we're a mess. We are a mess.
Thank you.
How would we
Thank
a mess
you.
this
We've
time?
literally
No.
organized every
Okay.
single second of
Okay.
every single
Yes,
day
yes.
months ahead of time, except for Austin.
Excuse you. First of all, no. We have organized things, but
Yeah.
it's not weeks in advance. It's like yesterday we organized
No.
it.
No.
And today we're doing it.
No, I have
What
an
do you-
itinerary.
We have an itinerary.
I can tell
really?
you what we're
wow.
doing in like
What are we
8
doing
days.
tonight? We have a whole itinerary. Did you look at it?
No, I didn't get sent it.
We're doing shabu shabu tonight.
Oh my God.
We
have a
rented
private
out. We
room.
rented out a Shabu Shabu place.
You don't know we have an itinerary?
Nobody shared it with me.
Austin.
Nobody
he
shared it with
accuses
me.
us of being a mess.
Nobody shared me the itinerary.
Yeah,
feel-
it's in our group. It's in degenerates.
I feel
No,
like
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I should have been
Let me
consulted
check.
on this itinerary.
Let me check.
You should have asked me. As
Let me
well.
check. Hold on. Let me check. It's not in there. I can't
This
find
is
it.
truly
I can't.
embarrassing. This is
I can't
truly
find it.
embarrassing.
I can't find it.
No, okay. I'm
Let
going to
me look.
defend Austin here. I think it's literally in the group chat that you, me, March, and Rhyme have,
No,
and
it's in
Austin
dege-
is not
it's
in that.
degenerates.
You didn't invite me into a group chat?
Yeah, because we
Are
were.
you kidding me?
Because we were setting it up.
Are you kidding me?
Because we knew you'd be like this.
No,
Yeah, we were setting it
that
up.
is bullshit. I was here. I am the most. I am on. You tell me where to be and where to go. I am there and I'm on time.
We have
I
done-
appreciate
I believe,
you sidetracking
I believe
to
since we've
defend
been
me.
here, it's been 3 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every single day we have approximately 2 events, sometimes 3.
Yeah.
So that would be around, let's say 9 events, maybe 10.
Okay.
Austin has been a part of, I think, 4.
Oh,
He's done great.
You know, that's
Okay.
that's so rich because you didn't invite me to any of the other ones, and I'm not in a group chat where I know the itinerary. So
have a-
how rich is that?
Boys, we
Okay.
have a guest. Boys.
How
this is
rich?
great. This is great.
How
No,
rich is
this
that?
is great.
Not in the group chat.
No,
don't
no,
have
no,
the
no.
itinerary.
No.
Texting the group multiple different
No, I'm
times.
not-
Where's the address?
I do
response.
I do text every morning at 4 a.m. when I wake up what the day's events are. What the day's events are, so that when you wake up at around 10 a.m., you can
Excuse
see
you.
what's
I
going
woke
on.
up at 6:30 this morning, had a nice cup of coffee, looking at Mount Fuji. Okay, by the way, in the other room. All
He
right.
has mentioned that he has a view of Mount Fuji no less than 100 times.
No, it was beautiful. He walked
it's a
us
great
in.
view. It's a great view.
He
Yeah.
walked us in quietly.
And he did this. Here, let me do the impression.
Yeah.
Mount Fuji.
It's
And
like
then pause. And then pause. Looked around and went, Mount Fuji.
and it's like but the way
So sorry,
he
Connor.
the,
I'm so sorry.
the way
I
he
would make sure everyone
introduced
knows.
Mount Fuji was like he owns it.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh, this is my Mount Fuji."
Ever heard of it?
Like,
Mount
you might not
Fuji.
know about this mountain that I own.
First of all,
It's a major Japanese mountain. It's
know.
quite beautiful.
I don't know if any of you folks at home have heard about Mount Fuji, but if you look out this window,
No one's heard of it.
no. But
Yeah,
I
it's
want
a little mountain.
I'm going to defend myself, Connor,
Okay,
because it's not
okay.
often that I get the
No,
opportunity
sure,
to do
go
so.
ahead. Yeah, no. Sure.
I arrived.
Okay.
Now you'll see a lot of this. You'll see a lot of this. I arrived here. I was on time. I have gone to everything I was asked to go to. I showed up.
We asked you to come to
say that
everything.
you were on time to the podcast in your room?
I had to. I was out and about. I had to come back and be here. Hold on. He's late to the pod in his own house.
That's true. That is true.
How do you manage that?
You're late to the pod in your house, and I'm
It's
always.
it's because of Cutie.
I
That's
am
literally the
always
reason.
on time to the podcast.
Cutie
I'm
can't
always
defend herself.
early.
She's not
I
here.
wanted to play a game to break the ice.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
This is a game that I've devised this game.
Okay.
This is a game called You Order As Much Room Service As You'd Like
Yes.
on Austin's tab.
Okay.
So what would you like to order?
Is there
crazy.
is there a menu?
the interesting thing is, we actually were just out
Yes.
and we
Yeah.
walked a lot. Now, when
So
you
you're
walk
hungry,
a lot,
you're
you get
hungry.
really
Yes,
hungry.
of course.
Ooh, so hungry.
And the
Right.
thing is, we also didn't really eat. We had one dumpling.
That's one
Oh,
measly
that
dumpling.
won't
You know
do
what? They
for a
really want me to
podcast.
sweat, but there's a view of Mount Fuji out that window. You think a little room service is going to make me sweat?
I would
Grab
like
the phone.
some lobster thermidor if it's on the menu.
Dom Perignon.
I
There
don't
must
have
be
a
a
menu.
menu. There must be a menu somewhere.
Maybe
We can get
some
one.
champagne.
Now hold on. You know what?
There's champagne over there,
There's
but it's
actually
room
champagne
temperature.
over there.
It's room temperature.
No,
No,
it's
no,
on
I
ice.
can't have that. It has to be.
your
There must be
champagne's
a
on
menu
ice?
Yes, it is.
somewhere. in this
I ordered new
room.
ice for the champagne.
How long is the champagne
Hold
been
on, hold on.
ice?
First of all,
Champagne been on ice? I think
hold
that's
on,
wait.
hold on, just a second, just a second.
We've been here for 3 days. Have you been ordering ice every day?
Something like there's ice in there. Oh,
Have you been ordering ice every day? No, it's fresh ice.
oh wow,
fresh
that
ice.
is fresh ice.
But I don't
That's
understand.
impressive.
Did you order?
we should have a drink. We should have a
Yeah.
drink.
I'm not against the idea.
We should have a drink.
Dude,
Me, I
Connor's
always
always
drink.
down.
I
Connor's
always
always down
drink.
for a drink.
Look, you don't have to
That's
tell
a
me.
Welshman right there.
I feel bad taking your champagne though. This is
I
special
don't.
champagne.
Before I was smeared on the podcast, I saved this complimentary bottle of champagne and was planning to re-gift it to the podcast.
Right.
I saved this bottle of
Pop it open, Austin.
Perrier Jouet.
How much do you reckon
Austin,
that
are you
bottle
good at
costs?
opening champagne?
Never done it before.
No.
You've never opened a champagne?
You should saber it.
So the secret to opening champagne is you want to be very brisk with your motions, up and down. You want to get a vortex going before you pop the cork, and you want to pop the cork violently. If you ease it out, it'll confuse the champagne.
Wait, you've never opened a bottle of champagne? Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know. Sorry, I thought I was. I believed
Watch
him
out,
for a
boys.
second.
Real
Boys, get out of the
champagne
splash
connoisseurs go with a
distance.
violent series of chops to the
Finn
neck
is,
of the bottle.
Finn is moving his jacket away. He's taking his valuable possessions away.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, not.
Oh
not.
God.
Perfect.
Hey, you
Wonderful.
did it.
Wonderful.
Wow. I would
Yes,
love a
yes,
glass.
I'm
please.
sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, let's take a step back.
Okay. Wait, what's the game? Is it the you still want me to order?
Oh no, we're
room
still going to do
service?
that after we
okay,
toast.
okay,
That's
we-
the game.
Oh, okay.
So you just make up whatever you want.
Okay.
Think expensive.
Do you guys have
Beluga
like a
caviar.
phone in the room? Or like,
Before we play the game, though,
Okay.
how have you been, my friend? What's new in your
I'm
life?
doing good.
Let's catch up.
Well, I feel like I went on a vacation, went back to the UK,
Okay.
saw my family.
No one has ever said that in
I'm
the
telling you, I
history
went.
of
I did.
mankind. Where I went,
it's a nice country.
I
actually
went
do.
back
It's
to
a
the
lovely country.
UK for a vacation.
It was nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I actually think your
Come
country
on.
is a beautiful country.
Thank you.
So you went on vacation to see your family.
And then now I feel like whenever you go away from streaming for like a week or two, it kind of takes you like a couple of days to get back into it. Jesus. It's just like a Bible.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot
My God.
and expensive.
Breakfast. So we're on all day. Ritz Kids.
Ooh.
I think that sounds like a.
You can order a child.
It is the Epstein service to the room. All right.
Oh my God.
We got the soup. Okay.
He loved this hotel and
Okay.
overlooking Mount Fuji.
We got the main course steak. Steak with fries, $80.
Oh.
Actually, not the worst price for
Oh,
what I
I-
expect for this hotel.
You should get a double order.
You should
I
get
mean,
a
I'm
double
hungry too, so
order.
you're ordering for all of us.
Do you actually want me to order stuff?
Yes.
And I feel bad for Austin.
That's
Austin's
the,
That's
that's the
offended.
game.
entire
That's the
point.
game.
They have this thing where they bully me for fun.
Is it because they're homophobic? Is that why?
Potentially.
Is that why?
Maybe there's some deeply rooted homophobia.
I can't believe they also the menu
No,
is
I
in
bully him because he's my
English.
little brother.
for you guys. Okay, so we've all right.
To be fair, I bully Hassan as much as
All
I
right.
bully
Was the
Hassan.
phone in your room or is
It's
it right
over here.
there? Oh, it's right.
It's over here.
Okay, let me.
It's not wireless.
Yeah, as
All right.
as you might have noticed from the decor, this room and this hotel in general is where a lot of yakuza dealings took place, as you can tell.
I love
Because-
your room.
I know
think
you do.
I sick.
It's gorgeous.
I know it's got a view of Mount Fuji.
Did it. You did it.
It's just
So,
giving J-pop.
before we
It's
move
giving
on-
Japan's finest moments.
While he's ordering, I want to talk about a topic that's relevant to the three of us, and that is Austin Show's redemption in Japan. Last time he was here, he was a shattered man, a husk
Oh yeah.
of a person,
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and he shambled through the streets of Harajuku,
I did. Yeah.
and he shuffled through the pages of Grindr,
Yes.
and
I did.
had a mediocre time.
Yes. So I'm going to provide, for the first time ever, some context to that.
Whoa!
Exclusive.
Last time we went to Japan,
Yes.
I was going through a breakup.
Yeah. Wow.
I had just gone through a breakup. Also, was closing a property
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
in which I was not there for.
Right.
Imagine traveling to a foreign country and somebody is moving your house without you being there.
Yeah.
That was happening.
Seems pretty convenient, honestly.
Also, a breakup.
Can I? You know how I can imagine that? Because I'm doing it right now as we speak.
Oh!
Wow. How did you close on the house? Who's closing on it for you?
My money manager.
Oh, they do. He does have power of attorney for
He
you.
does have power of attorney.
Anyway, I had to
you
sign-
really thought you had a gotcha.
There's a lot of breaking news happening right now while Connor.
Regardless.
Wait, did you order?
I did.
What did
That
you?
was the
what did you
shortest-
order?
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
I'll
Don't tell
tell
us.
you. It's-
That was such a short order.
It's quite a lot of food I ordered. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mount Fuji.
I actually feel bad. When I ordered quite. Okay, we'll see.
No, it's
Don't
okay.
ever feel bad.
Don't feel bad. I've got a credit.
Yeah.
You've got a credit?
Yeah, I think I've got like $500.
What?
Oh, I hope it burns into it easy.
Okay, wait.
Might
Let's finish our topic, and then
Okay,
we'll talk
okay.
about how he is essentially the Marriott ambassador next. I've heard a lot about this. But so you're going through a breakup.
Yes.
You had a decent time. But
Yes.
now this time you're in Japan with fresh eyes.
Yes.
A full heart.
Yes.
Can't lose. And you've been not only not a detriment to streams,
No.
But a
but you
savior.
have been uplifting
A savior.
and saving the content
I did.
of this devoid of any kind of tact on stream. You fished and you killed a fish and you ate the fish.
I did. I killed a fish with my bare hands. We went to this restaurant.
I
if
know
you've
the
heard of it.
restaurant. Yeah. The one
Oh, you've
you,
heard
like,
of it.
Stab the
Okay.
fish.
No, you don't stab it. You have to
You
fish
hook
it
it.
with a hook.
No,
So
well,
they-
look.
Wait, is
no.
there another one you can stab them?
Well, 'cause
Oh my God.
There's a couple of these restaurants, and some
Yeah.
of them, it depends where you go. Some of them are a lot worse than others. Some of them literally have fish that are basically dead. And you have to kind of literally force the hook into them to pick them up. 'Cause
Okay,
they're
No.
basically dead.
ours were the fish were vibrant. They were alive.
They're vibrant. Yeah, and you also know they're not. They say they're killing that. They're not killing that fish. They already have ones out like in the back prepared.
What?
Yeah,
What?
That's way too much work.
Wait.
They
So what do
prepare
they do to
loads
the
of
fish?
Normally they put it back
What?
because you'll notice that a lot of the fish
No,
there's
they
a lot
killed
of them
this
have
one.
hooks.
They killed this one.
Did you see him?
Yeah, we saw him kill it, right?
Did
You
you?
saw the blood on the ground, didn't you?
I saw blood on the ground. Yes,
no, the
I
blood
did.
on the ground was
There
from
might
the other.
be, then there maybe, but I know a lot
I mean,
of them
I
they
did
don't
see
actually
blood on the
kill.
ground. They put a hook through its thing.
Yeah, they
its
hooked
mouth.
it from underneath it. Like that fish is dead for sure.
Okay,
They like hooked it through the mouth, and I
They're-
held it up with
they're-
a hook.
Also,
you seem so
quick
proud.
aside to our producers, mandatory glass of champagne for both of you as well.
I don't have enough glasses. They're gonna have to share a glass.
There's another two
more.
glasses.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
there's
there.
3 glasses. Perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of those restaurants will actually, that you are not eating the fish that.
That's fascinating.
But it's fun, because people feel like, wow, it's so cool. I caught my fish. and
You're
it's
really
like,
pulling the curtain back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose so.
Yeah.
There is, what was I going to say as well? I have a memory last time of when you guys were here.
Yeah.
Of obviously you were going through the breakup at the time, and I don't know.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's pretty impressive. I have this distinct memory of us being at we were eating hot pot.
Yes.
And I don't know what the fuck this conversation was about, but you were like, in 5 minutes I could call up this ballerina and be fucking him in the Ritz-Carlton. And I was so, like, utterly confused.
Well, you know what?
It's a ballerina.
Yeah.
He's a ballerina.
And
He's
you know
got the
what?
splits.
You know what, Connor? Fuck him, I did.
I know, but I just remember being so utterly devoid of context, and I was like, well, maybe there is no more context than I needed.
What I was
but then
trying
I was
to,
so confused.
Let me add a little bit of
I'm
context.
taken aback.
Connor,
by-
as far as I'm aware, is a straight man.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Right.
I should have like to slur.
I always want to put that into context because you never know when somebody wants to go on a little exploration. And I'm not saying you're gay, and you don't even give me that vibe.
No.
But if you know what is a vibe that's gay? It doesn't. Who knows what it is? Anyway.
Okay.
So, but I was trying to explain to Connor that Grindr is like you could get somebody so quick.
No, I know that.
That's what I was trying to explain.
Oh, okay.
And
I was just, I didn't.
I wasn't being like, "Hey, you see this ballerina here? I'm gonna fuck him in 5 minutes."
I just didn't understand what was going on, and I felt like I was lost. Again,
It
and
is
then Hassan
faster.
and Will, it seemed like to them that this is a conversation that they'd heard multiple times.
Yes.
And I was
He was
just
going through some shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But then we went to a fun gay bar.
Sometimes when your friend's going through some shit, you just have to listen to how he would
Right.
blast a ballerina a few times.
But it's
Overlooking Mount
it's
Fuji.
a legit core memory for me. I don't know why I remember this conversation so like vividly.
You know what? I was so out of it last time I was on this trip. I didn't even realize I could see Mount Fuji last time I was here. I'm not even joking. The helipad that you pointed down to is right there.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah. So, CDawg,
Okay. Yes.
I'd like to talk to you about something, and it's really interesting.
Right.
We all have a fantasy of moving here. Well, at least
Okay.
Hassan and I do, and I
Right.
think a lot of Gaijin, when they first get here, do.
Okay.
And then you talk to people who actually move here, and they go, "It's great, it's great, it's great," but
Yeah, there's a lot of butts.
there's a lot of buts. But I don't know if the buts outweigh the benefits.
No, most certainly not. I
Okay.
think there's definitely way more positives.
Sure.
I'm sure you guys can
What's
tell.
your biggest butt?
Paperwork's pretty brutal here. It's pretty endless. It never ends. You always
Can
got
you
to do
pay
something.
someone to do the paperwork for you?
No, a lot of the time, no. You can help
Ooh.
someone, like you can pay someone to help you do it, but a lot of the time they require you to go in person and do a lot
Wow.
of things. Unless you have some kind of, I don't know, I'm not even sure if they
Diplomatic
even,
plug.
maybe, yeah, or something like that. But
You
even
have
then,
to do it in Japanese.
a lot of the time, yeah, you have to do it in Japanese. Sometimes you can do it in English,
Sure.
but there's just never-ending stuff that you have to go through, and so many dumb rules.
Yo, give us some.
Yeah, if you ever want to get a phone, it's a nightmare to get a phone number here. It's such
Why?
a you have to have a bank account in Japan to do it, and then you have to have a government ID and an address, and then it's tied to your number is tied to your government ID. Basically,
Wow.
Super safe.
yeah, safe, I guess. I mean, for a lot of the time it just feels kind of antiquated and outdated when you're doing it because you're like, and then
Do you get a lot of Japanese spam callers?
no, never.
Well,
So I guess
there you
maybe
go.
that's worth it.
Yeah,
Would you
there you
go
go.
through hell and back to get a phone number?
No, but also in the United States of America, we have no protections.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of protections.
But then again, I don't think that you need this antiquated system that ties you down to
Yeah.
your address to be able to get a
And,
phone
like,
number
the first 6
offer
months
protections.
here are like genuinely if you've ever played a JRPG or a Japanese video game in general with the
I've-
endless
I
fetch
have.
quests,
Yeah.
then you'll know that it feels almost based on like experience because every single thing you need to do is tied to the thing prior. So you can't do the next step of the like settling process until you've done the first thing. So you can't get internet until you've got a bank account. Can't get a bank account until you've got a job that's willing to vouch for you and to help you make a bank account. So you made the bank account, you make your phone number, then you can sign up for the internet bill, and then you can do some other stuff. It's just like it's endless. Like you have to jump through hoops. But as you guys can tell, the daily quality of life is so high.
Crazy.
So it's all worth it. And like now, obviously, I'm more settled. It's a lot more chill.
It's a beautiful place.
It's
Beautiful
great.
place.
It's
I
amazing.
love this country
That's why you guys should move out here.
so much. I
Come
mean,
move out
I'm
here.
maybe
What the heck?
considering it.
The stream hours for me are pretty ruthless, so I
But
don't.
you wake up at 5 a.m. Navy SEAL
I'm very
grind set.
serious. If you would walk me through the process, maybe we could do a stream series, importing a guy
You'd
in.
import him. Like, yeah,
Just
we could
me
do
doing paperwork.
Riveting
I
stuff.
think it would go crazy.
Riveting stuff.
We have to talk
be
about
easy for you to
something
move here.
that has changed in Japan.
Okay.
Since last we were here, something major.
Okay. is
A
there?
title shift.
Really?
I'm talking about the Jug Enforcers.
The Jug Enforcers.
Shibuya.
Oh,
The Shabuya. There's
Jug-
Jug Enforcement
yeah.
Squad.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you guys try and drink that last night?
No, we've seen them.
Oh, you've seen them walking
In
around?
action.
Okay, so
They're
for
pretty
those
quick.
for those of you who don't know,
Oh my
in
god.
Shibuya, one of the main metropolitan areas where people congregate and drink.
Yeah.
What?
I thought you were talking about boobs. I thought there was somebody
wish-
going
I
around
wish.
being like, cover it up.
Subimasa. Subimasa.
I thought this was like an enforcement crew that was out there.
If that was a government job, I would have moved to Japan at the age of 10.
You know, the birth rates have been
Yeah,
very low.
they're like, this
They
guy
need
has so
something
much
to
promise.
inspire.
I know it's weird.
He's the
I
best
know-
natural jug enforcer
I know
we've
it's
ever
weird that he's 10 years old and it's kind of like
Sounds like a
sexually
manga.
weird.
This could
but
be a manga.
Jug Enforcement
He's
Squad?
the best jug enforcer in all of
Yeah.
Japan.
I'm serious. I genuinely thought.
Yeah,
that's what it was
so as Will was saying, Shibuya is a major popular young
Yes.
people drink. Probably like the place to go if you're 20 and you want to drink in Japan.
And they are not breast inspectors. What they are is a group of people who. Are you guys okay? Okay. They are a group of people who now police public drinking, which is kind of an
Yes.
institution in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And if they catch you, there's no fee or ticket, but instead they have a large, clear plastic jug
Yeah.
that they will take your beverage
Yeah.
and pour the booze in there, and you can kind of gauge how active they've been based on how much booze you see in their jug.
And Will and I want to drink.
We want to take a sip from
Well,
the spitter.
As far as I know, there's not a whole lot they can do to you if you
Try to
aren't
drink out of it?
You're not in Japan though. There's no way they can like really enforce any law against you.
Wait,
As
like
far as I'm
any
aware.
law?
Well, no.
Yeah, you can murder people.
No, I mean, I was
But,
gonna
like,
say
I
there's
think
gotta be
that, like,
some
it would
sort
be
of-
like a fine, which is almost not even worth bothering with a person who's foreign to
Yeah.
try and find them because it would just be such a nightmare.
I'd pay
to
it.
Try and, I think people would pay it, but I think it would be a nightmare for them to enforce. Because I think
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think the punishment is just a fine if you
Right.
refuse. But even then, it's
Austin Show owes money in Italy, if I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
mistaken.
I do.
He's
Yeah.
Oh, you
stiffed a
told me
hotel.
about this. I'm on your side on this
Yeah,
one.
he's stiffed a
I'm
hotel.
on his side. I think it's fair.
I didn't stiff anybody. For the record, context, short little context. I went to a hotel in Italy. They forgot to charge me, and
Focaccia Pepe.
they chased me down 3 months later.
Yeah,
and
that's their fault. That's
asked
their
me to
fault.
do a lot of paperwork.
No, that's their
and I
fault.
said, absolutely not. You're a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, they call him the Cacio
Yeah.
Bandit now.
They should have 5-star hotels have standards.
yeah,
they should not be chasing you down like a
for 3
like
years.
like a tax man. That's
they
crazy.
stopped. They have since. I have an update. They have since stopped.
Name and shame the hotel for this.
No, I never. I'm pretty.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
a
he's
loyalty
not
member.
allowed to go back to Italy.
I don't know. I haven't tried. But if I do
definitely
go
go
back
back
to
to
Italy, I will go return to that hotel for at least one
The
night.
Cacio Bandit.
Yes, I will. I will.
Oh, they always
They're
go back to the
aliens.
scene of the crime.
I will check in and see if
Mamma
they-
mia.
Yeah.
So
It's the Cacio.
You do realize pasta crimes is like the #1 thing that they don't fuck around with in Italy.
They have a special
were you in
division,
South Italy or
the
North
pasta
Italy?
crime
Rome.
unit.
yeah, you passed as a big crime there. You
Yeah,
can't
did
talk
I
about
really?
that. Yeah.
Pasta-related
Yeah,
crimes.
it's a big crime.
Yeah.
So they actually, you know why they changed the rule, right?
Yeah.
Initially, they changed it because Halloween was it's pretty bad in Shibuya for a long time. So when I first moved here, Halloween was basically just this insane, giant, degenerate, drunkard meetup where basically the entire young population of Japan agreed to go to this one spot in town, and it was insane. It's insane.
Is it near
Yeah.
the scramble, like in front of the family mart?
All of it. It would all shut down
Yeah.
because there was just so many people, and it was absolutely like debauchery. It's
Sounds terrible.
it's great. It's great, and obviously all the trains would you couldn't get a train, so getting out of there was a nightmare. And there's a lot of safety concerns, especially after what happened in Korea,
yeah.
Crowd crush.
Yeah,
Yep.
So it was quite valid, and I think they then said, okay, no public drinking during Halloween.
So only during Halloween.
It was only during Halloween, and then what happened was after Halloween went, they were like, hey, kind of like it when there's no fucking drunkards around.
Yeah.
Let's just keep enforcing the
they're
rule.
they're still around.
There's still a lot though.
Shibuya meltdown.
And also, obviously, a lot of business owners are very happy because there's a lot of money in the street drinking if you get them in your izakaya to drink instead.
Oh, because you can't just go to a Family Mart and get blacked out.
Yeah, which obviously way cheaper. You undercut a lot of the competition. There's so many bars and izakayas in Shibuya. So I think there was not a lot of pushback from a lot of businesses and people who live in Shibuya that are like, well, whatever. Yeah, no, keep it. So then it just kind of stuck. But pretty much every other place in Japan you can publicly drink. So,
Connor, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
And this pertains to some of the content that I'm looking to shoot out here. So,
all right, exciting.
This time I decided, aside from like the regular, daily life of
walk around,
niche, that and like also niche Japanese like
Sugoi.
microcultures that we are
You've been here too much
fascinated
now.
by.
You can't tap into the basic stuff.
Yeah, we've done it too. We've done it too many times. It's old news.
No, don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
Konnichiwa.
You'll scare people.
Yeah.
You're too big. That guy's meek. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I've been doing
Dude,
it. I've been
yesterday he was practicing Japanese in the cab.
Okay.
With the driver.
But no, he was practicing phrases to say to me that would startle the driver.
Yes.
Like, sir, you're smacking your gum so loud.
Yes.
What?
Or, do you speak English?
Yeah, saying it to me, but the
Okay.
driver was kind of like double
Yeah.
taking.
Right, of course, because why would he be saying that to his white
but
friends?
then I learned how to say I'm practicing my Japanese.
And he completely ignored him because he was like,
Yeah,
oh
and
my
then
God.
after that, he didn't turn around.
Yeah, he
'Cause
didn't
knew-
turn around at all.
And we had that's much success.
Hoi, hoi, hoi. That's so funny, Hassan. Wait a minute. You're not Hassan.
I'm not Hassan, but you know what? I am an entrepreneur.
Oh, I knew that about you.
And I've been selling things.
Really? What you been selling?
Just like gadgets and gizmos
Okay, and where
Yeah.
do you sell them?
on Shopify.
What?
Of course. Yeah, that's right, guys. Upgrade your business today. And what else?
I once tried.
I got so distracted by your beautiful hair today.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I once tried to sell gizmos and doodads,
Uh-huh.
but I tried to do it at a roadside shop.
Oh, no good. You've
I
got
was
to do it
attacked
online.
by vagrants.
Wow.
I should have used Shopify.
You should use Shopify.
What does Shopify do?
Well, guys, Shopify, you need to know, it helps you grow your business because it helps you list and sell more in
Yes.
an easy way. Because let's be honest, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but Shopify helps me. However, you should know that you should go to shopify.com/fear.
That's right.
To upgrade your selling today because they've got different tiers of selling. And so you got to upgrade by going to shopify.com/fear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
You got to upgrade.
You know, Hassan actually uses Shopify with his merch, and he's very successful with it.
I also sold my merch with Shopify. I don't know why I didn't start there. Instead, I decided to talk about my gadgets.
Why did you make up about gadgets and gizmos?
I got stressed sometimes, but you know
I
what doesn't
get
make
that.
me stressed?
Shopify.
What's your question?
Anyway, the question I have is, I'm a little worried. I've heard that like this time around, I'm interested more so in like politics in Japan.
Okay.
And daily political expressions, protests, things of that nature. Last night we actually went to a protest rave, which is a concept that I didn't even know existed out here.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. This very famous Japanese. What would you? He's a DJ, but
He
like
just
what
had a
kind
boiler room set that was like awesome. I know you don't
Hmm.
know DJs, but he was doing a climate protest set, and it was sick.
In the middle of
This
Shibuya.
is like,
They
like
shut it
David
down.
Guetta ending racism kind of vibe, or like
No, it felt much more authentic.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and they are.
Wow, and outside
and there was
that?
pro-Palestinian protesters there, demonstrators there as well. And there's a lot of pro-Palestinian demonstrations happening
There
in
were
Japan.
jug
which is-
enforcers.
What, at the climate thing?
Which is-
That's so funny. Just
Yeah.
These like 50-year-old men that are like in the climate protest.
they're
"Can I have your
bobbing their
drink?
heads."
Can I have your drink? And they're like, nah.
But the question I have is, will I get deported if I go to a protest at, like, let's say maybe the Israeli embassy?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
think you'd
So
be
that's
fine.
because that's something that I've heard from some of the people here.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why would they just choose to deport you?
Well, from what I understand, it's just like engaging in political activity as a foreigner.
I mean, unless something happened, I think you'd
Yeah.
be fine. I mean,
Okay.
Just being there.
All right, good to
Especially
know.
if you took the role of would you say more of a journalist there than as a
Yeah.
But did you say
But
you
then
were here
again,
for pleasure?
but then again, I also
obviously
What did you mark on your form?
Look, I mean, this is all important in Japan, and in a lot of the way that how Japanese system works is all about if you admit to something or not. That's a big thing here.
So let's say
I'm sorry.
did
Yeah, a lot of crime is really weird here. A lot of the time, it's the onus is on you to be like, yeah, I did that. Even if they have like evidence that you did it, if you're like, nah, it's not me. I didn't do that.
And then
They would have a hard time prosecuting you or even pursuing you.
Yeah, but in order to, but they also have a very aggressive criminal justice system where they will detain you for 36 days in prison until they extract
They would
the confession.
They would not detain you.
Well, not me, maybe, but I'm saying, from what I understand, they have an involuntary hold procedure in Japan, or 28 days.
And
Yeah.
then
How's the food in Japanese prison?
I heard it's passable. I heard it's not that bad.
Okay.
I mean, I imagine American prison is way worse. I
have a question.
The vlog. The vlog would get crazy.
When you got here, was there a particular law that you were surprised by that you broke?
The one thing that I was really shocked by is the defamation laws here are pretty weird.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, so a case from a friend of a friend was that they'd gotten their teeth done at a dentist. Dentist completely fucked them up.
Okay, what happened?
I think I'm not sure how, but the operation or whatever it is messed up their teeth, made it worse.
Oh.
So they left a Google review, 1 star being like, they messed up my teeth, not happy with it.
Took him to court.
Dentist sued them. And dentist won. Even though,
What?
Even though, like, it was.
Even though he jacked up the teeth.
Even
And
though
it's
he
not,
messed it
and it's
up.
not a matter of interpretation.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of like, oh, it actually didn't check up his teeth. In Japan, you can successfully sue someone for defaming you, even if it is 100% accurate.
Yeah, so it
Why?
can be,
What's
it
the
can be
reasoning?
correct.
In Japan, if someone is arrested for pedophilia, let's say, right, which is unfortunately rare, but let's say it happened.
Is
And a
okay,
newspaper.
you got to clean up what you meant by that.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, they don't catch the pedophile.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
he's not
I
advocating
mean,
for
like,
it.
they're not.
They don't pursue it.
They're not. They should be more.
You're not saying there should be more pedophilia.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm saying there should be more
He
enforcement.
says they should catch more, so unfortunately,
Yes.
there's not more
Trust me,
prosecution.
Trust me, I think everyone
Yes.
understood exactly what I meant when I said that.
Because
Yeah.
if he would have said, fortunately, so there,
Austin.
Okay.
So anyway, if a newspaper were to write about this person and call them a pedophile, that pedophile could successfully sue the newspaper and win in a court of
fascinating.
law for defamation.
So again, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take my word 100% on this. But from my understanding,
I'm taking
it
your
is
word 100%.
it is when you take someone to court for defamation, you're not trying to show that what they said is wrong. You're trying to show that they were trying to cause harm to you. And if they prove that you did it from malice or you tried to cause harm and that they can prove that intent, you are liable for defamation.
Oh, interesting.
So,
okay.
but obviously, this only benefits big companies because they can take you to court, and the little guy is obviously not gonna, So a lot of the times you do have to be
Big
really careful.
companies and dentists.
Yeah, dentists, anyone. It's pretty easy.
Anyone with finances to be able to sue someone.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like when we're doing business here or we're working sometimes with companies, there is a lot of you are quite overly cautious of saying
Defaming.
anything about a company.
So you just can't say anything.
Kind of not really. I don't
there's
really.
no-
I talk shit all the time when I go to America, but here I'm like,
what if you hit him with the reverse card and you built them up and bragged about something that hurt them?
well, yeah, then you'd be fine. You'd be
they
fine.
have the best farts in Japan. The biggest,
great. My
loudest,
teeth-
stinkiest. I can't believe how
teeth are so
incredible these
fucked
farts
up.
are.
Okay, I
I
feel
couldn't
like
even
My
ask the
teeth
doctor
are
to do
so
worse.
crooked.
Yeah,
I feel like there'd be a market for the fart thing.
Yeah, there would be a market for
Like,
Well, that's-
So yeah, it's kind of there's this kind of weird kind of vibe where you can talk about things, but you have to be very you have to be very like you pick your words very wisely in what you say and when you pick your battles. I think.
Champagne break, everyone?
Champagne
Cheers.
break. Champagne break.
Kampai.
Kampai. Wow.
Kampai.
Fuji in the back and Kampai.
Yeah,
over
Kampai.
here. Okay.
To celebrate my purchase of Mount Fuji.
I mean, you okay. Is there anything else
Wait,
you
that-
guys
you know
are
what?
curious about
That was-
Japan?
that
or want
wasn't
to
a
know
good
more?
joke.
That wasn't it. Why wasn't that a good joke?
I don't
It was a great taste.
Did you feel
I thought it was-
culturally insensitive?
Yes, I did. I don't. I
You're
just-
Lebanese. You're Lebanese.
Okay. So it's a good joke.
I thought it was funny.
All right.
I thought it was tasteful,
Mm.
like the champagne.
Connor, can I tell you what my dream is?
Okay, I feel like you've done this before. You've told me your dream is to move to Japan and have swag white boy Japanese conversations.
Yes, white boy swagu. Okay,
Swag.
very important. I would like that, but no. This time I have a separate dream. On top of that, would I ever be able to interview the assassin of Shinzo Abe?
No way. What the fuck kind of question and dream is that?
No,
Hassan, you may get deported.
That would
no.
get you
The reason why I
deported.
asked is because like sometimes they do let in journalists in America. If you went to the Department of Corrections and got consent from the inmate, you would be able to potentially
pulled that
interview
off?
this person.
Because they love to show off like incarcerated people, like the
but
process of incarceration.
is it possible to potentially interview the man who assassinated former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe?
No, it's not.
Did he get the death penalty? Or do they even have that?
They don't do they even have
Yes, they
capital
have
punishment?
death penalty.
Oh,
They
they
love the
do.
death
Yeah,
penalty,
that's right.
yeah.
They do.
How do they kill people? Sorry.
I know how they kill people. The only reason why I know that they have the death penalty is because I know how they kill people. Because when we were here last time,
I think
it was
it's-
in the news.
Yeah, it was the guy
that-
that went into the retirement home and stabbed a bunch of people. I think he got. Fuck, I think it's hanging. I think they hang.
No, I think it's they press a button and it's gas. I think because if
Really?
I remember
Yeah, they
correctly,
have the 3 buttons and no one knows.
yeah,
who killed
exactly.
them.
If I remember correctly, they had an issue. I think. Am I making this up? I feel like last time we were here, I remember seeing in the news.
They play Squid Game to kill
So,
people.
that's normal.
because they don't want to have it on their conscience who killed them. They have 3 people who all press the button.
that's
two
kinda
buttons.
based.
Yeah,
It's
2
kinda
buttons are
based.
does,
Yeah.
but that's normal.
It's very Crane Game.
But
though.
I feel like I, as one of the 3, would still feel responsible.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like, you
I don't think,
contributed
like,
to
the
a third.
semantics of like
Yeah,
whether
if
it
you
was
actually
my
button that was connected.
But I guess maybe for some people it helps them to compartmentalize and be like, I didn't kill the guy. I didn't
No,
kill him.
that's literally the reason. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
That's
Why
fascinating.
can't they just get a robot to do it? Like I'm
Robot
serious.
Wars man versus.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who's pressing the robot button then?
No, somebody programs a robot.
I think
but
they should
guess
just
that
bring-
You just have a killer robot.
No.
You just have a robot
Look,
that only is trained to
guys,
kill.
I have a way better. Just bring Mr. Beast in. Let him have some fun game with it.
Yeah.
just program an
For the
AI.
$1 million.
You have a 1 in 3 chance of killing this Japanese fella. He went into a retirement home and stabbed folks.
But like,
If you do, you'll make $250,000.
But if it was socially
Infeastables.
acceptable,
I mean,
Yeah. You
I mean, yeah, but then, like, just get like some sort of like political, like presidents or something have to make these decisions all the time. Why don't you
Right.
just make them do the decision and make it a?
a Gundam.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I solved
think,
it.
I
To
think
be
that
honest,
the division
They
of labor.
repurposed the Gundam that they took down.
this is
as a
extra
killing
steps, right?
machine.
Because someone has to program the killing machine.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
it's just a
extra
button.
steps.
But no,
No. When you
different
press the
programmers
robot,
who all make a separate program, and only one is used in the robot, so the programmers don't
They
know.
hire 3.
death
They hire
programming.
3
How is-
Indian programmers. None of them speak Japanese. They have an intermediary. 3 intermediaries who all
They
talk
don't know
in
what they're coding.
they have no idea.
Yeah.
They,
You make
they
them
give half
code.
the code.
We've solved
what
it.
if the robot is what kills them? They just send the robot in.
Austin, someone has to send the robot, and then that's their responsibility.
What if it's like an engineer
what if-
that
I have a better
it's their
idea.
dying wish to program this robot?
What is
people?
It's always been my wish.
Austin?
make a
Not
killing
only
bot.
did you not solve the moral quandary, you made it more complex for no reason.
They have 3 dudes on 3 different Israeli Amazon accounts buying pages and
Yes.
just randomly choosing which page it
Look,
gets to go.
all I'm saying, there's a better way to do this. That's all I'm saying.
and you don't have that solution.
Well, you know what?
You do not have that.
I think robotics and AI is one step closer.
Okay. Well, let's put a pin in. Let's put a pin in that
Do
one.
you, when you come to Japan, do you get like a bunch of like really weird kind of people coming out of the woodworks in terms of politics with Japanese stuff? And because a lot of people are very, I feel like, defensive about Japan and that kind of stuff.
Well, the Japanese Communist Party was
Okay, that's
very open
they?
about
Okay.
about receiving me, but only because I think I had just interviewed Bernie Sanders
Which is
like
a
a
flex.
day
That's pretty
or
cool.
2 prior before we asked, and I went through an intermediary that is like embedded with them and is doing a dissertation on their history.
Oh, perfect.
So
That'd be
I went
fun.
through I went through a lot of people that are already knowledgeable about the inner workings of it, but they are notoriously, from what I understand, very secretive.
Yeah, their headquarters looks like a military base.
Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of
It's kind of
unprecedented.
intense looking.
I'm getting a lot of unprecedented access, especially as a foreigner. They're not very, from what I understand, they're not super open to like foreigners in general.
I mean,
But-
yeah, there is like a non-zero chance that maybe the next time you come to Japan, they'll be like, nah.
No, I think it'll be fine. We're not. I'm not gonna like.
I mean, I could see it.
I'm
Like,
very
turn
very
him away
interested in the
from the
inner.
country?
I mean, maybe if someone had
Damn,
a
bro.
Oh, he's not wrong.
Someone had a target
you
on your
mean the
back?
current Japanese government might actually have issues with me coming into Japan
Really?
after my
After
interview.
this trip?
Potentially, yeah.
I mean,
That's not wrong.
You know, you could if
Well,
you
might
have that interview.
You
it
could
might,
ask
if it's
Austin.
on the,
He owns Mount Fuji. Maybe.
I think it all depends if you get on the news in Japan.
I've
'cause
got a
that's
great
all that matters.
relationship with the Japanese government.
Well, speaking of this, I would like
Okay.
to get into this. Austin lied
Okay.
to the Marriott. And said that,
Okay.
said that
That's a stretch.
It's true. You
no, you said that you were on your gay wedding anniversary.
Not wedding anniversary. I said anniversary.
I always say
okay.
anniversary.
I did not say wedding. We can pull the tape. I didn't say
I
wedding.
always say anniversary because you get freebies.
Anniversary.
You always get freebies.
So-
What does that imply?
because they feel like, wow, it's special.
I didn't
Okay, fuck.
specify what anniversary it was.
What do you think they think it's the anniversary
It's
of?
been 2 years and some months since we came here last time. All right.
That's not
but
an
you should do this
anniversary.
yourself. You should do this.
completely honest and upfront with
For
the
the record, Hassan said I should say that my a baby died or something like that. That's what he said I should do to advocate for an upgrade.
I said, remember we were on the podcast.
Yeah.
I said you should say your child has cancer.
yeah, that's what he.
Will, you
God.
why
That's
are
what
you
he
looking
said.
at me? Will, you literally said in his dying wishes to see Mount Fuji.
because I'm a yes-ander.
Yes, could have seen it. It's right there. You were there, Will. You were yes-ended.
It's right there.
We're going to wheel up his iron lung to the window.
He wanted to see it from as far away as possible in Tokyo.
It's literally, and you got to get it on the right day because you can't see it every day. It's
overcast.
Yeah, it's overcast.
So it's going to be a long
You're
booking.
fine.
Okay,
so let
he
me
was
tell you the
very
story.
upfront- No, let me
Okay,
let me
all
get
right,
let me get context. He was very upfront with the Marriott and said that it was his non-specific anniversary.
That's what I do. I do that.
Non-specific anniversary.
I do this all the time because you get freebies.
Yes, he did. He got upgraded to a room with a view of Mount
Wonderful.
Fuji.
That's right.
And he also received some other things from the hotel.
Yeah.
Austin, why don't you go and tell him?
So upon arrival, right,
Uh-huh.
I get off the plane, fatigued, right,
Naturally.
exhausted, had just gone through a 10-hour flight,
Okay.
and
hellish journey.
landed
With
in
Delta
Japan,
One.
and I get to the front desk,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't know this was going to happen, but they said, Mr. Show, we have upgraded you to the Mount Fuji suite.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You didn't know, but you had requested.
I had requested through multiple avenues and emails, very respectful emails.
they blindsided him.
No. I did.
Oh my
I
God.
did mention. I
can't believe this is happening.
They asked me, and I didn't. I would never have done. I would have never done this before.
Right,
And they
right.
said, "What
You've done this every time.
What
do
would
this all the
what
time.
would you What would you like?"
There's
And so
not
they
a
said-
point where you've never not done
No,
this.
and let me tell you something. The service is unbelievable.
Look, I think it's nothing wrong with like trying
Yeah.
to get a little extra, right?
So yeah. So I arrived. They said we've upgraded you to the Mount Fuji suite. It's not what it's called, but we'll just call
of course.
because it's a beautiful view.
Of Fuji.
shut
Of
up.
Fuji.
Yeah.
Of Fuji.
So we go. So I get into the room, walk in the door. 3 fruit trays, 3 separate letters. One from my ambassador representative, the other from the manager of the hotel, the other from the head of the Asia Pacific of Marriott Hotels.
What?
And they're all right here. I've got them right here. I don't want you to.
can I
It's
see-
got my.
Okay, I won't show.
It's got my name on it, but it's got multiple different letters wishing me a happy anniversary. On top of that, a bottle of champagne, which I saved for the class
Oh my
here.
God, the hotel manager one is handwritten.
Yes, handwritten. And I hope they never see this.
Do they think you're a big deal? What's going on?
Well, I don't know what it is because they also I arrive. I requested a steamer because my clothes do get wrinkled. It was on the table. Multiple bottles of water. They had 15 bottles of water right there. Still bottles of water waiting. They had
Wait, why do
chocolates.
they think you need to hydrate that much?
I asked. I said I like a lot of water, and they put 15
To be
bottles
fair,
of water.
I hate it when they only put 2 bottles in the room.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
2 bottles of water or 15 bottles of water. So anyhow, I get in here, my phone rings. Hello?
That's a great sound.
Konnichiwa. They said, hello, Mr. Show. We understand you have just arrived. We want to make sure everything is in order and you are enjoying the start of your vacation. And I said, absolutely. And you know what I'm going to do? I need to ask you this.
Okay.
I want the staff is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to gift them something. Is it in what? I think this is. I want to give like flowers or something to the staff to show my appreciation for how wonderful the service has been. I don't think. Why is he laughing? Do you not? This is a human interaction.
You could give
Is
like
that inappropriate?
No, you could do that. I think it's fine.
I
It's
think
pretty unusual.
Is it
but-
weird?
No, I don't think it's
Okay,
weird.
well then I won't do it. I won't do it. I'll just.
You could give,
your
like-
life is fascinating.
I called them and to thank them.
So you know when you like go anywhere in Japan, any tourist spot, they always have like sell omiyage. It's called like souvenirs, and they always have like these big boxes of like 12 little snacks, like individually bagged. You can get that,
Okay.
and then they would probably just take it and share it with the staff.
I think
If
it's
it's, like,
important to
fancy.
show appreciation because they did go out of their way. They went beyond the call to provide such excellent service, and they continue to do so throughout the stay. I mean, I'm ordering extra at breakfast. They're not charging me for it. It's brilliant.
You're like a Manhattan private school mom. Like the way you exist. I don't know how you're like this.
You know?
I don't know how this
You know what
happened.
you want, you ask for it.
I think it is. I think we need to return to that level of respect in this world. Hassan doesn't even see it. He just comes in his room, shits on the floor.
No, literally.
Streams for 15
No.
hours.
I came in.
fucking leaves.
No, it's not even a joke. I
He
came
don't give a
in.
shit.
I'm going to tell you my experience. I get off the plane. It's 4 a.m. I instantly, I time. Okay, I'm so stupid. I time how much time it takes for me to get in and out of airports. I don't know why I do it.
very fast here.
But I always time it. And you're not going to believe this. Me landing and getting out of the plane door and getting out of the airport took 13 minutes.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
It is literally like record time. Okay, 13 minutes.
Yeah,
And-
I would have been on the same tip, but I had Finn's cameras, and he thought he lost them.
Oh no.
So, yeah, he's laughing. So he spent 25 minutes looking for a camera bag I was holding for him on the other side of
That's
customs.
hilarious.
Oh, God.
But 13 minutes, I'm out.
That's insane.
Okay.
That's only possible from row 1.
No, literally no. I like perfect framed it. Okay, first frame.
Did you not pick a bag up?
No, I did.
Did you check one?
I did.
They're out right away.
No, it came out instantly. I picked it up. I beamed out of there, got in an Uber, immediately got to the hotel. Guy is Turkish. He's a fan.
Oh!
Yeah, he got excited. I was
That
like,
gets me
sick.
excited.
Okay. I was like, internet, whatever. Get up to the room. I had already called March ahead of time. He was up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Brave soldier March.
He had not gone
It's
to
like
sleep.
5:30. It's like 5:30 at this point. We literally moved all of the furniture from the room, so that we could just like do something similar to this, right? And set up a streaming room and instantly started streaming. And I did like an 8 or 9 hour
That's a
stream.
mental illness.
So
Yeah, no, he
was a banger.
absolutely has mental illness.
it was a banger. It was a great stream. But the thing that I wanted to say is like that was my experience coming in. But I also had a similar experience earlier this morning with the one similar to you where I order coffee in the morning, room service.
Wait,
Treat
They
yourself.
bring it up.
you?
Yeah. Because I finished the coffee.
Hold on.
You know they have a free breakfast.
Yeah.
There's also a machine in your room to
No,
make
I
coffee.
finished the coffee in the machine. So then I order americanos.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guy brought it in. He placed it on the table, but he placed it on the corner of the table and it fell. And it broke. And it spilled everywhere.
Oh no.
And this was a horrifying moment for me.
He practiced the
Because-
art of extreme
Apologizing.
Japanese apology.
He got up, he got down on his hands and knees and almost touched the fucking floor with his head. I was horrified. I was like, dude, no. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
On stream.
Well, no one can see it because the camera's pointed the other
Could
direction.
they hear you?
Yes. they heard the clang and they heard the like loud noises. But it was a shocking experience for me watching an adult man like get on the floor where like the rug is the coffee seeping into the rug, and he got on his hands and knees and was like, "I'm so sorry." Like, I mean, in Japanese.
And then you made him clean it up.
No, I was like, dude, no, it's fine. It's like, don't do it. Don't
He's
do
like,
it.
I got a stream to go to.
No, the stream was live already. So I basically explained quickly to what was happening to the stream, but like, I never saw that guy
There's
again.
a man apologizing to me.
Yeah.
I never saw him again.
You never saw him
I think
again?
they might have killed him. I don't know what happened.
They might have like just been like, yeah, don't go to this room anymore.
I don't know what happened. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, people,
See,
they don't handle that kind of
This
stuff
is
well.
when
yeah.
I would have picked up the phone and I would have called down and I would have said there was an accident. I shattered a cup and it was my fault. Please, I want him at my room every time I order a coffee.
You're so brave.
Sick,
You're
man.
so brave.
No, but that's what you
Until
do.
he spills a second one,
That's
and then
what
I'm calling
so
them
I
out.
just
Get rid
wanna
of it.
I want to be
Get rid of
very
it.
That is
clear.
Austin's version of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Him
Well.
jumping in front
Well,
of the hotel staff punishing a man for spilling
No,
a
hold
coffee.
on. I just want to be
He
clear.
did not spill the coffee. I, famous entertainer Austin Sheldon, and I am sorry for doing so. Please charge me for a second coffee and send it up with this same young man.
So I just want to be clear. I'm crazy for sending the staff flowers, but him doing extreme
Forcing his staff to grovel.
Yeah, and doing extreme home makeover. In
yeah,
his
I sat there. I was
hotel
like,
suite.
damn, it's crazy that you're doing this right now.
Yeah.
You're like a whole ass adult human. Why are you doing this?
Well, you know, it's the culture.
I think it's too much. I was like, come on.
Well, I mean, obviously, you feel like it's too much because you're not from the culture. But
Yeah,
maybe a Japanese guy, they would be like, I expect this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I
hey,
know.
cool, I guess.
I mean,
Hey, I'm not.
whether I agree with it or not is, yeah. I mean, it's definitely intense, and you're not used to it. You're like, oh my god,
Yeah,
like, I'm good.
Has
I'm good.
anyone
Have you
ever
ever
like groveled in that regard?
Have you ever
Yeah.
received an extreme apology?
Yeah.
What was
sometimes.
the offense?
Fuck, what has happened? I'm trying to think. I think one time I booked the wrong time for my meal at a ryokan, like a traditional inn, and I showed up an hour early, and they were like, we can't do it. And they started extreme apologizing, like you were saying, being like, we can't move it. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. We've ruined your stay. And I'm like, I'll just come back in an hour. It's not a big deal. Stuff like that. The thing that actually I get kind
Have
of...
you ever seen Head to the Ground?
Yeah.
Have you ever extreme apologized?
Yeah, I'll say like Moshiwaka Gozaimasen, which is like the really extreme apology.
Yeah.
But I'll bow. I won't get it on the ground though. No.
What did you extreme apologize for?
Oh fuck! I'm pretty buried these memories. I don't know. Fuck.
You have the deep Japanese sense of shame.
I don't even know how to say sorry in Japanese.
Gomennasai. It's like
Gomennasai.
it's fine.
Gomennasai.
Well, I actually have one memory of them, and this is kind of similar but different. Of like they're so. One time I was waiting at a Lawson's. I was actually going to go cycle, and this old woman came in on her bike to the Lawson's and was going to park up. She's like maybe 60, 70. As she was coming in, she like hit the curb, didn't like land it very well, and then just fell forward front. And I immediately went over to go and help her. I was like, are you okay? Are you okay?
You
And she's-
attacked an old woman.
I attacked an old woman. So I finished the job. I was like, there's too many old people.
Jammed the stick between them.
So she's like freaking out, apologizing, and she's bleeding from her hand. So she's like trying to stop her fall. And so I go and grab some water and some bandages to try and help her out. And she's just trying to get up and like trying to run away because she's so embarrassed.
Right.
And to me, I was like, please let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me try and like help what's going on here. But she's so embarrassed that someone saw her fall that she would rather like run away, bleeding, go somewhere else and kind of like try and pick it up herself instead of just being like, hey man, I'll just accept.
So did you extreme apologize till she allowed?
No, I was just like, please let me help you. And she
So
said,
you
"No,
held
no,
her
no."
hostage.
I tried to hold her hostage. She wouldn't let
pinned
me.
her down.
I was like, stop.
Wait, so what happened?
She
She
like
get
ran
away?
away. Yeah, she like
Got
ran
away.
away. Yeah, she
She's
like.
you got outran by a 70-year-old lady?
No, I'm not going to
You should've
chase
chased
her.
after
I'm
her.
not chasing her.
You should have.
But like, I'm really trying to implore her. I'm trying to implore her, like,
How's my
hey,
mic
it's
march,
okay, because I can tell she's freaking out because she's embarrassed.
Go ahead.
I can tell she's freaking out because she's embarrassed about it. You know, because in Japan, that's like, I don't know why, but, because obviously she's a lot older as well. She feels shameful that I guess she fucked up or someone.
That's so sad.
And, yeah, it's
Especially in front of a guy, Jen.
maybe that didn't
Maybe she
help
was
as
just
well,
really
right?
racist.
A British guy, Jen, at that.
Yeah, maybe she was just like, oh, ew, white people.
I have
not
a really
cool
good
anymore.
question. Are all gaijin like treated as gaijin, or
What's the
is
gaijin
there
hierarchy?
what's the worst gaijin?
It's got to be American.
Look, you know, like I don't
okay.
need to tell you the list.
Okay.
You can figure it out
I'm
pretty
going to say
easily.
something that may be a little controversial.
Okay.
I have look, and I love British people. However,
He's saying they're lower on the tier list.
I think British people are more obnoxious abroad than Americans.
Depends on where.
What do we think?
Depends on where
Australians
they
the
go.
lowest tier?
And Australians too.
No.
Oh, man.
Okay, mostly British
I love Australians, but sometimes they can be really obnoxious.
Yeah.
You can I feel like I can tell immediately when a group is Australian before I can tell they're American.
I got yelled at by an Australian today, but I think it's because Hassan was doing a bad Australian accent.
Oh, that's true.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
that's kinda
we
valid,
were
though.
filming. We were filming the Rockabillys at the park, and I was doing my Steve Irwin. And I was like, "Yeah, here we are."
And I crept up a little bit. There was like a big perimeter, and I crept up and was kind of moving around to get angles. And an Australian
didn't
called
like
to me and went, "Hey, mate, stay out of my shot."
Oh my lord.
Yeah, no, it was pretty weird because like we
And
have
I
professional
said- I-
camera
you know,
equipment.
I said,
Well, he's filming with professional camera equipment.
Yeah.
He did not say that. He's lying.
What did
he
you
was,
say?
He was short. He was like, yeah. He did one of these things I've never seen Will do, where he went, yeah, okay, and didn't move at all.
I've had tourists try to like tell me like that I'm doing something wrong culturally before.
What are you doing wrong?
I was on
That's my
a
favorite thing.
I was on a train and I was on a bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto, and I was typing on my thing on my laptop, just typing, and the guy gets up and I think he's French, and he goes, "Hey, just so you know, it's really rude what you're doing right now."
Typing on your laptop.
Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Typing? You're typing so loudly." I'm like, "What?"
What do you got? The buttery.
I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
are
You
you
got the
those
creamy
cherry
keyboard?
switches.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was like, and I look behind me, and there's literally like 3 dudes on laptops, and I'm like, "Dude, where did you hear that?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You should be showing more respect." I was like, "Dude, I live here. This is normal. It is normal to work on the train."
Oh, you got into it with him.
Yeah, and then he like sleepishly like was like, "Okay, whatever the fuck, I'm just gonna ignore this fucking guy."
And you're like,
But
do
tell
you
me some
even
more instances of this. This is juicy. Who else have you gotten it into it with?
do you think that
Oh, thank you, help me, thank you.
Up?
Sometimes at bars, some guys, well, maybe they'll be there for like they'll be there for like a
So
month.
these are like big weebs that think they.
Yeah, sometimes they'll be like, man, or before you get down, they'll try to like, you know how in the movies, like, hey man, I know this place. Let me tell you a little bit about what
That's
goes on
me.
in this bar.
I've done that to you.
You know, and then I'll be like, dude,
What did you get corrected on?
fuck, dude, this is what else? There was one time, on the train. It's always fucking trains where I was waiting at the door and this guy comes in with a suitcase and he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to make room for me." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I'm standing next to the door where I guess you could put a suitcase easier.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? No. I'm standing here. What the fuck are you talking about?"
jackass?
Well, just take it in. When are you getting off?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? He's trying to tell me that it's rude of me to do that. I was like, what the fuck do you know rude?
Yeah.
Bro, you've got 5 suitcases
Where was he
on the
from?
train. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't know what accent he had.
Interesting. What is a common faux pas that gaijin commit that you see the foreigners do that is like a big no-no in Japan?
Oh, I know one.
The biggest one?
Yeah.
Maybe
Claiming they own Mount Fuji.
that's a pretty big one.
If
We have a
anybody
big one.
if anybody just want to make the record straight, I do not own Mount
I think-
Fuji,
I
and I
think-
have not made an offer.
I think train etiquette is kind of hard if you're not super used to it.
You're very quiet on
You have to be quite quiet. I think you have to know when to move out of the way, which is kind of tough because, like, one thing that I know that it's kind of weird because if you're in the front of the door, sometimes a lot of people will just kind of shimmy to the side.
Yeah.
But you're really supposed to just get off, like, and then get back on, which a lot of people don't like doing because they kind of like you feel like, oh, I'm gonna miss something's gonna happen. But yeah, you're kind of supposed to just get off, and a lot of the time people don't want to move,
Okay.
which is fair. But even Japanese people do that too.
All right, give us some more. Give us some more.
I've
This
got
is
I've
good.
got a guess of one thing that Americans do in particular. Americans are very loud. And a lot of the reasons that we're loud is we'll communicate if we're like in a store, we will
loud.
shout long distances in the store
you
to
can't do
reach
that.
one another.
You can't do that. You
And we'll
can't
be
do that.
very loud. We'll be like, hey!
Oh, I do that so much.
Hey, come check this out. Shouting over multiple groups of people.
I think Austin's just talking about what I do at every Family Mart.
Yeah.
One thing
Yeah,
that
he
I've,
does that a lot.
One
Yeah.
thing that I've happens sort of often that only when I'm taking Americans out is that they want to customize the food a lot. And that's a big faux pas. You can't-
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's
my God. Oh, my God.
Yo, you tried to throw shit at Hassan and you caught the dagger to the
My
forehead.
God. So
Austin last night.
okay,
we're
wait,
at
wait.
Ichiran. We're at Ichiran last night. Austin.
Okay.
I've been customizing every meal.
Austin is like trying to go through a pretty basic process of Ichiran, famous for what? Having two different
customize each Ichiran.
I know,
You
but
can
there's
customize.
only two different variants
I know, but I was
of
looking for
ramen.
the I didn't
and he's
realize.
like, ugh. He's sitting there living like, ugh, I hate pork. Why is this only pork?
First of all, I have no problem with pork. I just don't like to eat it.
We went to the pork ramen store and he was like, oh, there's pork in my ramen.
Okay.
Yeah, he was looking for a vegetarian
So like,
option.
look, if you have allergies, it's different because they might ask you. But generally, they
my
really
God.
don't like it when you're like,
Even at the
hey,
hotel?
take the lettuce off this burger or something.
no.
He's been
My
doing this
entire
every meal.
My entire breakfast order, and I also
Okay, wait, look. You're at the fucking Ritz-Carlton. You can ask that at the
Okay, I know,
Ritz-Carlton.
but like my breakfast order is
like if you go to like a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, what do you do at the mom and pop shops?
no,
Austin?
I haven't
Which you
been
don't
to
do
many.
that,
I haven't
right?
been to
That's
many
right,
yet,
that's right,
But I
that's
don't
right,
do that.
that's-
I take everything as ordered and I remove it manually.
Yeah, sometimes they will.
I was prepared to take the pork out of the ramen, for the record.
Okay, so some places if you like, let's say you go to I don't know what's maybe you go to like.
He's gonna
Tonkatsu
keep
or
doing
something.
that.
Like
He's only acting like he's not gonna do that for camera purposes.
No. I do not customize.
some of them might freak out though. If you ask them to change the order, they might be like stun locked. They're
No,
like,
no,
what
no.
do you mean
No,
change
no.
the order? Like we serve this.
One thing I've noticed that isn't a faux pas
crazy.
in Japan that's really interesting is loud farting in the bathrooms.
It's not a faux pas.
No. Japanese
Wait, am I
people,
not allowed to fart in the bathroom in America?
if
Wait,
you're in
you
a
fart in the
public bathroom.
What if I'm taking a shit and a fart comes out while
No, I'm talking about just men in Japanese bathrooms blowing ass at like a urinal.
I will say,
There is a little.
I will say, like you hear this notion.
Now you know
of,
why I
like,
love Japan,
oh, like
dog.
Japan's so many rules. It does kind of feel like in bathrooms, men in Japan do kind of
It's
like
a
it goes
Wild
out the
West.
window. It
It's
does
a Wild West.
because a lot of them won't even wash their hands as well.
I
You'll
saw
s-
that today.
Crazy.
It's kind of like, or they'll do the thing which I'm like, what are you even doing? Where they'll douse their hands in water and be like, I'm done.
Wait, they
I
don't
saw
wash
that,
hands in Japan?
A lot of them will wash their hands in the
So
water.
they're just blowing ass into the wind, leaving messy
Look,
hands.
look,
but they'll do
It
they'll
ain't
do
illegal.
extreme apologies.
It ain't illegal,
well, you know
brother.
what's crazy is that before they go in the bath, they'll shower and do a full wash before they go in the bath.
Well,
as
ladies
well,
and
right?
gentlemen,
it's like, what's the? To me, I'm like, we should be washing our hands every time we.
We have plenty more Japanese things to discuss and the great big reveal of what Connor ordered from.
And what the
how's it-
damage
how's-
is.
How the hell's it not showed up yet?
I don't know. This is the Ritz.
I did order a lot. I mean,
Well, I may have called and canceled it.
I'm
I'm just kidding. I didn't do it.
call up the
I've
Pan
been here
Asia
the whole
Pacific
time.
director.
all of those things and more behind the paywall. But before we go,
All right.
I want to issue a very huge thank you
No,
to
thank you
Connor.
for having me,
Is
guys.
there any,
You're a
anything?
fantastic guest. You're a wonderful
Thanks,
friend.
guys. Thank you.
What do you have coming up? Where can we find you? What are you plugging right now?
Yeah, just streaming. Gonna be doing shit.
Yeah, he's going to be doing stuff with me too.
We are.
A knock on the
Oh
door.
my
Thank you for
God.
joining us on Fear End. We'll see you behind the paywall. Bye.
Patreon.com/fearend. I
How
want
do
to
you feel
do.
about him hijacking gay representation?
He is the gayest straight man I know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
then
mean,
it's-
I saw this man walk at TwitchCon with a YSL 1-of-1 jacket and high heels,
Yeah.
in which I was holding hands with a man behind him, and
They called
You
me
look
the
like
they
F.
called him the F-slur. I'm not even kidding. They completely missed. They called him the F-slur and then bumped into us and said, "Excuse me, gentlemen," as I was holding the hand of another man.
That did happen.
Yes.
That did happen.
So Will's walking down the street. They call him the F-slur, bump into me while I'm holding the
Right.
hand of another man and said, "Excuse me," and called him the F-slur.
Okay, I have an announcement.
Okay.
I just checked it. I think I still have a little bit more views than the Ludwig Trash Taste episode when I did it.